A student opened fire at a private Christian school in the U.S. state of Wisconsin, injuring 6 people and killing a teacher and a teenage student. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes identified the attacker on Monday night as a 15-year-old female student at the school. Authorities say the attacker was in attendance at Abundant Life Christian School before opening fire and was found dead at the scene. 6 students were injured, including 2 who suffered life-threatening injuries. A second-grade student, 7 or 8 years old, was the first to call in the active shooter report, according to Mr. Barnes. "Today is a sad day not only for Madison, for our entire country," Mr. Barnes said. "We have to do a better job in our community." He added the police had not identified a motive in the shooting, and the suspect's family was cooperating with the investigation. While he was aware of the existence of a reported manifesto, he said it had not yet been verified as authentic. It is not yet clear how the attacker got hold of a firearm. He named the alleged attacker as Natalie Rupnow, who also went by the name Samantha. She is believed to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The official cause of death will be released by the Dane County Medical Examiner pending autopsy results. Mr. Barnes said that, to his current knowledge, police had not had any prior interactions with the alleged shooter. Officers responded to a 911 emergency call of a shooter at the Christian school around 11:00 local time, 17:00 GMT, on Monday. The attacker attended school before the shooting, Chief Barnes said. The shooting was confined to a study hall with students in mixed grades. Barbara Weirs, director of relations at the school, said the school had conducted active shooter training earlier this year and the information was very fresh for educators to put into practice on Monday. She said while the school does not have a dedicated police officer, known as a school resource officer, the doors of all classrooms automatically lock and anyone wanting to gain entry to the campus must be buzzed in through the primary entrance. Ms. Weirs, who said she was teaching at the time of the attack, said students handled themselves brilliantly. "They were clearly scared," she said. "When they heard lockdown, and nothing else, they knew it was real." Police say they found the shooter dead when they arrived at the school, along with a handgun. No officers fired weapons. Police have not named any of the victims. Mr. Barnes said 2 students were facing life-threatening injuries. 4 others were taken to hospital and 2 of them later released. Authorities have appealed for witnesses who saw or heard the attack to come speak to police. "But that's not something we want to rush. We're not gonna interrogate students," Mr. Barnes said. He added that every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. The Abundant Life Christian School has around 400 students ranging from kindergarten through high school. "Please pray for our Challenger family," the school wrote in a post on Facebook. The post quickly received hundreds of comments of support from people across the U.S. The school remains closed while police continue their investigation. "This has been a rough day for our city," said Mr. Barnes. "This is going to be a day that will be etched in the collective minds and memories of all those from Madison." Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers said that he was praying for everyone involved and had ordered that flags fly at half-mast on state buildings. President Joe Biden said in a statement that the shooting was shocking and unconscionable. "Students across our country should be learning how to read and write, not having to learn how to duck and cover," said Biden, who also called on Congress to act immediately on legislation that could prevent more gun violence. Shootings are common in the U.S., and schools are no exception. The K-12 Violence Project, a non-profit working on reducing violence through accessible and actionable research, has counted more than 300 shootings in 2024. These include events where a gun is brandished or fired, or a bullet hits school property for any reason, regardless of the number of victims. According to the news organization Education Week, 38 school shootings have resulted in deaths or injuries across the U.S. this year. There were a total of 69 victims, including 16 deaths, before today's shooting. Mass shootings by females are far less common, however. school shootings committed by female attackers are even less common. In a blog post last year, K-12 school shooting database founder David Reidman wrote that the vast majority of school shooters are males in their teens or early 20s. However, at least 4 planned school shootings were by female attackers dating back to 1979.